Hi Jim, good work today in today's lesson. Just want to mention a few things we discussed in today's session. Looking at the golf swing itself, we was really mainly focusing on the amount of lateral movement you've got with your upper body to the left hand side, and also looking at your spine angle as well during that golf swing. Previous lesson we was working on staying a little bit more centre with your hips because you had quite a big hip sway to your right hand side right at the start of the swing. Done really well at keeping your hips centred, but again your body still wants to make a very similar move to that, hence the movement with your head going to the left hand side. So basically what we talked about is keeping your hips nice and centred there. Let's say you've got a big lean to the left hand side there with your upper body. So what we're trying to do there is to keep your head inside that circle, and we're going to try and change your spine angle a little bit. So we get your spine angle facing slightly away from the target rather than towards it. So a little bit more. At the moment your spine angle is now aiming towards your target like that. We want to change that spine angle to be leaning slightly away from your target. So in trying to keep your head nicely in that circle, like you said, on the way down into the golf ball, you've got good movement there with your hips and good weight transfer, and you do actually get yourself into a critical position with your hips transferred forward, and then your spine angle does return back to the correct and desired position. It's just that the amount of movement you had during the swings made that slightly inconsistent. So what we did right at the start of or before you started the swing, so right in your setup position, we got you to tilt your shoulders a little bit. So we dropped your right shoulder slightly, so your spine angle was tilted slightly away from your target, a little bit more along the line of that yellow line there. Again there was trying to keep your hips nice and centred, keep your head centred in the circle, and then rotate your body around that spine angle of the yellow line there, which then in turn allowed you to transfer your hips and transfer that weight much better, staying in a much better, more consistent position without having all that moving around and all them adjustments to make. So a little bit like Luke Donald here on the right hand side, you can see in his setup position, his spine angle is just leaning slightly away from his target. As he swings the golf club back, he's maintaining that spine angle. As he pushes his hips forward, the spine angle does change slightly, but again he's maintaining good position to get a consistent strike. So we've tried to get you, again, just leaning, just dropping your right shoulder a fraction, just getting your spine angle on a slight tilt away from your target, which then allowed you to rotate your body a little and stay a little bit more centred with your hips and your head. And again, it gives you a little bit more free movement there with your weight transfer and getting back to that golf ball much more consistently. So we gave you obviously a few things to think about there. If you've got any problems with those, just give me a call. But good luck with it, and I'll see you again very soon.